Welcome to the series of fixing your lower back issue and being pain-free again. We're gonna start off from the beginning as your body right now is very vulnerable and we don't wanna make anything worse. All current stretches and exercises will be performed while you're laying down flat, therefore the spine is not against gravity. In this first video, I will show you one stretch and one exercise that you should start focusing on. For both, I will demonstrate the movement and then give you a few tips on how to proceed. Okay, so first we're gonna learn how to do the hamstring stretch. You want to work on the hamstring stretch because that's literally where your nerves go along towards your lower spine. So if you're having nerve pain down your left leg or right leg, these stretches, I promise you, will help you so much, especially the better you get at them. The first stretch will be a hamstring stretch, but it's not just for the hamstrings. If you're feeling pain down your left leg or right leg because of nerve damage, this should not only stretch your hamstrings, but loosen up those nerves so you can start reducing how much pain you feel from that impingement in the lower back. This stretch will get all the way down there, so follow through. So this is how the hamstring stretch is performed. You're gonna be flat on the ground, just like this. Pretty straightforward. You're gonna grab behind the knee. If you can, interlock the hands right behind the knee. Let the knee bend. Pull as much as you can. Now it's very important. Priority is to keep the knee down as much as you can and then see how far you can extend your leg. The whole point is to get to your deep stretch and continue extending the leg, but do not compromise your knee from going forward. Keep it as low as you can and then open the leg, okay? So again, you're gonna pull behind the knee, pull, pull, pull. Keep the knee at the lowest point, then extend the leg. Nice and slow. Feel the deep stretch. Don't push too hard. You don't want to go too hard. It should feel like a comfortable stretch and you're holding it there, slowly continuing to extend. You're not here trying to strain the muscle. You want to stretch the muscle. Keep that in mind. So that is how you can perform the stretch on your hamstrings, and it will help loosen up those nerves as well. Here are 3 tips if your injury is really bad and your hamstring's very tight that, bro, it's not happening. And trust me, I've been there. All right, first tip, you're too tight. You can't even open up the leg. Just pull behind the knee, bring the knee as low as you can and keep pulling, because maybe the knee won't even come down from here. Your goal is to open up the hip area first. So pull, pull, keep pulling as much as you can and hold it there. Now, if you already can push through that part, pull behind the knee, keep it back here, but you're so tight that literally this is all you can do, this right here. So what you're gonna do is go as high as you can, and from right here, it feels so tight, you're gonna hold it there for a few seconds. You probably feel like nothing is happening, but I promise you something is happening. Your body is not used to that position. We're trying to get it used to it again and loosen up the muscles that this is literally its deepest stretch that it can do right now. Work with it, put it in that position, hold it for a few seconds, and then work through. Over time, you'll be able to open it more and more. Whichever range that you are at or whichever position you're doing, start with less hold times and then increase it over time. Your goal is to make it up to 30 seconds or longer. Now the goal here is progressively overloading, just like we do at the gym. You can progressively overload by increasing how long you were holding that stretch. So 10 seconds to 20 seconds, 20 seconds to 30 seconds, 30 seconds and over. Your goal is to hold the stretch 30 seconds or over time. Another way you can progressively overload is by adding more sets to do the stretch itself. And the second way you will be progressively overloading is when you're able to increase that range, you know, how deep you do that stretch. As time goes, the bigger the range. That's just another way it is progressively overloading. The higher you get, the looser that hamstring is getting, the more relaxed it will be. Another sign that you are getting better. Do 4 sets of these as many times as you can throughout the day. The more you do, the better. This is not like working out. You don't need a whole 2 days of rest. Keep stretching it. It will continue tightening up. The more you're able to stretch it out, the more you can teach it to be looser and more stretchy, the better. The goal is to loosen up that hamstring so the nerves that go along it can relax as well. There is no limits at how many times throughout the day you can do these stretches. All right, now we're gonna go through the exercise. If you have, herniated disc, bulge discs in your lumbar area, and this is the exercise that I recommend. When I injured my lower back, my core gave out completely. And guess what else came up with it? An anterior tilt. So basically my spine wasn't straight anymore, it would curve out like that. And that came with its own cons. So this will be the first step to take to go ahead and start fixing that anterior tilt. For this exercise, you will be on your back again, but this time bend your knees and bring the heel as far back as you feel comfortable. The goal here is to fix the anterior tilt. So there's usually a gap right under your lower back where your hand can even slide through. We're trying to close that gap. So just 3 steps, breathe all your air out. So suck your belly button in and pull it down. As you pull it down, the goal is to touch the lower back to the ground. So the first 2 steps should already help you achieve that a lot easier. If you don't have a lower back pain and you're doing this and you're like, it's so easy. Yeah, it's easy for you, but those of us who have the anterior tilt, it feels like forever to try even get that lower back down to the ground. And it's okay if you don't get it off the bat. Try teaching the mind to engage the muscles downwards. That's the goal. So deep breath, breathe out, belly button down. Lastly, press your lower back into the ground. So go ahead and relax. So that's how you do it, and here's a few tips. Every time you suck your stomach in and push down to get the lower back to touch the ground, hold that position for a few seconds. So keep your air out, keep squeezing down, hold that position for a few seconds, and then release. When you release, that doesn't mean go ahead and push everything back up where it was. We don't want to redo what we undo. When you release, just relax. Try not to let the spine come all the way back up. I know I'm exaggerating by saying spine, but that's literally how it feels when you're hurt. Relax, let it go where you can relax, and then push it back down. Hopefully over time, the relaxation point where you start from is starting to come lower and lower. You're not having that big gap behind your lower back when you're laying down on the ground. For this exercise, aim for 12 reps and repeat it 4 times. You can do these as many times as you want throughout the day as well. I know these seem like very simple stuff, but I promise you this will go a long way. It may seem boring, but bro, start implementing these in your day. If you're a busy person, bro, you can put in some time as soon as you wake up or before you go to sleep. Put in the time to do these. Remember, it's your body. Going through this process will be worth way more for you in your longevity, and all you have to do is set aside 5 to 10 minutes throughout the day minimum. And before I leave off, bro, deadass, I'm pushing these videos. My motivation literally is because I know how painful it feels, and if you're not at that painful section yet, but you know you have lower back issues, follow these videos, follow these steps, these exercises, and stretch before it is too late and you get to that painful side. If you have herniated disc, bulge discs, watch out for yourself, bro. This shit is nothing to play around with, especially if you're an athlete, you do bodybuilding. It's counteracting it, and you need to be more careful. I need to be way more careful. I can get easily paralyzed because I still choose to lift weights and stuff. Those of you who don't lift weights, take this seriously and still be careful of your lower back. You can mess up these things anywhere, especially when it's vulnerable. I really hope that you guys can be back on your feet, walking around like you're walking on clouds, pain-free. Yes, it might be something permanent. I know it's permanent on my side, but at least we can do something that doesn't cause us to be in enormous pain 24/7. I wish the best for you guys. Let me know if there was any confusion on any parts. If you have a comment, feedback, there's something else that you want to talk about so I can personalize a little bit more, comment down below, DM me, whatever it is. I hope the best for you.